There are far too many books on the market about how to become wealthy. They teach you about investing, starting a business, and seizing every opportunity. But the classic book we are going to delve into today, Saying Yes to Wealth, presents a seemingly paradoxical view from its author, Anando. If you want to make a lot of money, the first thing you must do is stop focusing solely on money. Does this sound strange? Haven't we been educated to be goal-oriented our entire lives? However, Anando argues that the more intensely you fix your gaze on money, the more you emit an energy of scarcity, and this very energy pushes money away. On the contrary, when you shift your focus to creating value, serving others, and living out your passions and talents, money will flow to you effortlessly as a natural form of energy. Therefore, the secret to wealth lies not in what you do, but in who you are. In the time ahead, we will explore this revolutionary concept of wealth together. We will learn how to transform from a slave to money into a master of energy, and how to live your life as a magnet that attracts abundance. If you are tired of feeling anxious and struggling for money, you absolutely cannot miss what comes next. Now, a quick announcement. Starting today, if you click to download the Curated music app at the bottom left of the video, you can listen to the in-depth analyses of all my book selections for free. Not only can you adjust the playback speed freely and create custom playlists, but it also works even when your phone is locked, allowing you to enjoy the warmest company during your commute, workouts, or before bed. Didn't that idea sound groundbreaking? The amount of wealth you have has little to do with how hard you work. Instead, it is tied to who you are. Upon hearing this, you might feel skeptical. This sounds too vague. Isn't working hard every day just to earn more money? How can it have nothing to do with that? Don't jump to conclusions yet. Instead, try answering a few questions to see if you can relate. Do you always feel that your monthly salary slips through your fingers like a gust of wind? You receive it with one hand, but before you know it, the other hand has let it disappear. You clearly haven't bought any big-ticket items, yet you still can't save any money. We call this moonlighting, spending all your monthly income. The term sounds quite romantic, but only you know the frustration behind it. Or perhaps you are already seen as a successful person by others, with a good income and a decent life, but do you dare to stop working? Chances are you don't. You are like a wound-up top, forced to keep earning, because a voice deep inside warns you, if you stop, everything will be over and all you have now will be gone. That anxiety is no less intense than when you had no money. It might even be stronger. Or maybe you have extremely mixed feelings about money. On one hand, you desperately desire it because you need it to survive. On the other hand, you sincerely think that talking about money every day is vulgar and undignified. When you see others spending money freely, you might not say anything out loud, but you might think to yourself, they're just showing off. When you read news about wealthy people, your first reaction might be, there must be something fishy going on here. Whether it's anxiety from having no money or anxiety from having money, whether it's the desire to make more money or the arrogance of looking down on it, if you look around, almost everyone is tightly controlled by money in terms of their emotions, and it influences their decisions, big and small. Our joys, sorrows, pride, and inferiority often end up being tied to this thin piece of paper. Before we know it, we all become slaves to money. So what exactly is the force controlling us behind the scenes? The author Anando gives a very precise answer. Everyone is controlled by a subconscious money script. What does a subconscious money script mean? You can think of it as a computer program. When you were very young, even before you learned how to spend money, someone quietly installed this money-related program in the background of your mind. It could have been your parents, your surrounding environment, or the stories you heard. Once this program is installed, it runs automatically in the background, silently influencing you for a lifetime. The code within it defines all your relationships with money. How much money can you earn? How much can you save? Will money grow in your hands or slip away? Do you feel happy or guilty when you spend money? All of these are predetermined by this script. This script is the true invisible boss. You think you are making decisions, but in reality, you are just executing commands from this background program, and your wealth ceiling has long been set in stone by it. Doesn't that sound a bit unsettling? Let's take a look at some common codes written in this script. The first and most fundamental yet harmful code is, I don't deserve to have too much money. Many people will immediately refute this. How is that possible? I dream of getting rich. How could I think I don't deserve it? Don't rush to deny it. Think back, when you received an unexpected sum of money, such as a bonus or a red envelope, what was your first reaction? Did you feel an inexplicable sense of unease, like you didn't deserve it, and then quickly find a way to spend it, treating friends to dinner, buying something, as if only by converting it into a physical item would that feeling of unworthiness disappear? When you see someone less capable than you earning far more money than you, do you feel resentful and think, why them? Behind that question lies your judgment of your own self-worth. You believe your value only deserves the income you currently have. This belief of, I don't deserve it, is like installing a flow limiter on your wealth pipeline. The universe's stream of wealth is infinite, but when it reaches you, it gets stuck by this valve, only trickling out a little at a time. The second common code is, rich people are not good people. The harm of this code is very subtle. How many TV shows and movies have we watched since childhood where rich characters are either unscrupulous businessmen, bullies, or people with broken families and empty hearts? It seems that wealth and happiness, or wealth and kindness, are natural enemies. Thus, a logic forms in the subconscious. If you become rich, you will turn into that kind of bad person. You will be gossiped about behind your back and abandoned by friends and family. Yet, deep down, we have a strong desire to be a good person. So, to ensure we remain good people forever, our subconscious will actively and successfully prevent us from becoming rich. It uses this method to protect us. You see, your subconscious loves you very much. It just uses the wrong approach. The third life-threatening code is, all money is earned through hard work. You must not waste a single cent. This one is definitely familiar to us Chinese people. Being thrifty is a virtue. Spending money recklessly is not. This is a lesson we've heard since childhood. This mindset was a survival wisdom in an era of material scarcity, but today, it has become a huge limitation. It makes you believe that making money must be hard and require suffering. If an opportunity to make money seems too easy, you will instead feel doubtful and afraid, thinking it's not reliable. You cannot enjoy the ease and joy that money brings. You only feel the heaviness of owning it and the fear of losing it. You cling tightly to money, just like clutching a pot of water in the desert, afraid of spilling even a single drop. You think you are protecting your wealth, but in reality, the energy you emit is one of extreme scarcity and fear. What does the energy of money dislike the most? Being stuck and surrounded by fear. So it will find every way to slip away from you. Notice that. I don't deserve it. Money is bad. Making money must be hard. These hidden codes in the background of our minds form a solid system, and this system is the invisible cage that traps us. Therefore, the reason we feel tired, anxious, and stuck in a tense relationship with money today is not because we are not working hard enough, not smart enough, or not lucky enough. On the contrary, we may be working too hard and being too clever, but all that effort is wasted inside the cage, spent fighting against this invisible program. If we don't first identify this background program, see it clearly, and then modify it with our own hands, everything we do will likely just be going in circles, or even moving further away from our goal. So how exactly is this life-threatening money script written into our minds? In the next part, we will act as detectives and journey to the deepest parts of our memories to uncover its original source. In the previous part, we talked about this thing called the subconscious money script. Now, the most crucial question arises: how was this program originally written into our minds? This journey to find the root requires calmness and honesty, and its destination is our original family and childhood memories. This journey may reveal some unpleasant but extremely important truths. First, let's look at the first and most far-reaching source: the intergenerational inheritance of money mindsets. To put it simply, our parents are our first teachers of wealth. This course has no textbooks or classrooms. It happens all the time, at the dinner table every day, during every shopping trip, and in every conversation they have about family expenses. We are like sponges, absorbing every attitude, emotion, and belief our parents have toward money without missing a single drop. Now, try to recall, in your family, was money a topic that could be discussed openly and casually? Or did the atmosphere become tense as soon as it was mentioned? What expressions did your parents have when they talked about money? Was it a worried frown as they said, "What are we going to do about next month's mortgage?" Was it a sigh as they said, "Our salary is so small, we have to spend carefully"? Or was it envy and jealousy as they said, "Look, the Wangs next door bought a new car again"? These expressions and tones are the earliest codes, silently telling you, money is something to worry about, it is scarce, and it brings stress. As a result, before you even start earning money, you have already formed a negative emotional connection with it. Let's also think about our parents' generation, especially those who lived through hard times. They have a very common habit we might call emphasizing poverty, complaining about lack of money even when it's not truly the case. Clearly, their family might not have been that hard up, yet they always tended to say, "We don't have money at home, earning money is not easy." This is an understandable survival strategy, rooted in their fear of deprivation from years of hardship. But what impact did this culture of emphasizing poverty have? It made us develop a deep sense of guilt about spending money from childhood. Spending on things we loved wasn't a pleasure, but a kind of debt. We dared not feel entitled to treat ourselves well, because a voice inside would say, "How can you be so unthoughtful? Do you know how hard your parents work to earn money?" When we grow up, this guilt evolves into the belief that I don't deserve good things. We feel uncomfortable when someone gives us an expensive gift, and we hesitate for days before buying ourselves a nice piece of clothing. This is the emotional scar left by poverty-emphasizing upbringing. Another common inherited code is an obsession with stability. Parents always want us to have an iron rice bowl, a stable, lifelong job, even if the pay is lower, as long as it's secure. They fear risk and uncertainty, and this excessive pursuit of stability is essentially a lack of trust in money. They don't believe money is fluid, don't believe in their own ability to create wealth, and only trust that locking money and the future in a visible place is safe. We inherit this fear, so we become afraid to take risks, afraid to pursue our passions, and afraid to step out of our comfort zones. We choose the path that seems safest, yet often limits our wealth potential the most. We think this is a rational choice, but in reality, we're just unconsciously obeying our parents' fears out of filial piety. Our parents' attitude toward life is our starting line for wealth. They are the earliest programmers, writing the most fundamental code in our wealth operating system. We are not taught by their words, but influenced by their emotional energy and life state. Now let's move to the second source, a more personal and hidden one, your childhood money stories. If the influence of parents is mass-produced, then childhood experiences are custom-made traumas just for you. It is these specific events, charged with intense emotions, that turn vague ideas into deep-seated money traumas. Let's do a little inner archaeology and try to go back to when you were 5 or 6 years old. You stood in front of a store window, gazing at a toy you'd been dreaming of. You pulled your mom's hand and said eagerly, I want that. What happened next? Were you firmly refused, snapped at impatiently, or worse, scolded in public, leaving you feeling utterly ashamed and embarrassed? At that exact moment, an equation may have taken shape in your young mind. My desire equals unimportant equals not allowed. Your desires became tightly tied to shame and the feeling of being rejected. When you grow up, you may become someone who doesn't know how to stand up for yourself, someone who dares not confidently voice your needs, because that childhood voice says, "Don't ask for it." Even if you do, you won't get it, and you'll just end up embarrassed. Let's switch to another scene. When you were little, did you ever feel a strong sense of envy toward a classmate who had the latest pencil case or nice sneakers? Do you still remember that sour feeling of envy? Behind that feeling lies a sense of deprivation, an inferiority of being not as good as others. When this small seed grows up, it may make you extremely eager to compare yourself with others, using material things to fill the sense of lack from childhood. Or it may push you to the opposite extreme, despising material possessions entirely, using a sense of spiritual superiority to hide your inner inferiority. There's also a deeper sadness, the arguments and stress that may arise because of money. You may have heard your parents quarrel in hushed voices about money more than once late at night. That tense, fearful atmosphere weighed on a child's chest like a heavy stone. Back then, your young mind couldn't understand bills or loans, but you could feel it with absolute certainty. Money is a bad thing. It makes parents unhappy and ruins family harmony. So, you may have made a subconscious decision. I'll stay far away from this thing that brings pain in the future. And your subconscious actually helps you fulfill this wish, doing everything it can to keep you at a safe distance from wealth. See that? The shame of being rejected, the inferiority from envy, the fear caused by money, these childhood emotions we've forgotten or suppressed haven't disappeared. They are like energy black holes, hidden in our bodies, silently devouring our confidence, sense of self-worth, and creativity. These are the most specific and personal money traumas. And this is how the money script that controls us for a lifetime is born. But uncovering all this is not to blame our parents, nor to wallow in the past and feel sorry for ourselves. On the contrary, seeing all this clearly is the first and most important step to reclaiming control over our own wealth, because only when you understand how the cage was built can you find the key to open it. We dig up our parents' beliefs and face our childhood wounds not to trap ourselves in the past, but to see clearly once and for all. All the rules and beliefs we once held about money may have been wrong from the start. We always thought life is a tough, money-making game, with the rule being whoever works the hardest, calculates the best, and seizes the most opportunities will win. We are like players in the game, fighting hard every day to defeat monsters, level up, and collect gold coins. We treat money as the ultimate target to conquer. We believe that as long as we capture the castle called financial freedom, we will live happily ever after. But Anando's book tells us, we've all been playing the wrong game, or rather, we've got the rules completely reversed. Now take a deep breath, because the following concept is the cornerstone of the entire wealth mindset framework. Once established, all your past money troubles will start to shake and crumble. This concept is, money is not a tangible object at all, nor a target. It is a form of energy, and its essence is flow. The word energy may sound a bit abstract, but that's okay. Let's translate it into a more down-to-earth metaphor. Money is like water. Imagine a pond with only an inlet pipe, no outlet pipe, or with the outlet completely blocked. What would happen in the end? The pond would turn into a stagnant, stinking puddle. On the other hand, why can a great river keep flowing endlessly and stay full of vitality? Because it is always in motion. It has a constant source of fresh water coming in, and it keeps rushing toward the sea. Our wealth is just like this pond or river. When we cling to old beliefs, holding tightly to money, afraid to spend, invest, or enjoy it, Worrying that even a single cent might slip away, we are actually blocking the outlet of our wealth pond. We think we're saving money, but in reality, we are suffocating our wealth energy. The only energy money feels in your hands is fear, tightness, and scarcity. Of course, it will find a way to leave you. For example, a sudden illness, an unexpected financial loss. There will always be ways for this stagnant water to flow away passively. But what do people who truly understand the laws of wealth do? They embrace the flow of money. They dare to spend money on investing in themselves, upgrading their knowledge and abilities. They dare to spend money on experiencing beautiful things, keeping their life energy in a state of high-frequency joy. They are also willing to use money to help others and create value. To them, money is like a cheerful river. The smoother its flow, the more it can continuously gather and flow in. So the first secret of wealth is to shift from the stagnant water mindset of hoarding to the flowing water mindset of circulation. You need to trust. What flows out makes space for what flows in. Every cent you spend, if it's accompanied by feelings of joy and abundance, will come back to you with more companions. After understanding that money is flowing energy, the second, even more transformative cognitive revolution follows, and that is to completely reverse the direction of our life's pursuit from outside in to inside out. What does this mean? The old outside in model is the way most of us live. Its logic goes like this. I must first possess something, like a lot of money or a high position. Then I can do what I want to do, such as traveling around the world or spending time with my family, and finally I can become a happy, valuable person. The formula for this model is possess, do, become. Our lives turn into an endless chase. We are always pursuing the next goal, the next possession. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I earn 1 million yuan. I'll feel secure when I become a director. My family will be happy when I buy a big house. But what's the result? Many people do earn 1 million yuan, only to find that they're only happy for a few days before starting to worry about how to earn the next 1 million yuan. Many people do become directors, only to find that the higher the position, the greater the pressure, and there's no sense of security at all. Many people move into big houses, only to find that the distance between family members has grown even farther. Why is this? Because the outside-in logic fundamentally goes against the universe's law of creation. It makes you pin all your happiness and self-worth on uncertain external things. Your life becomes like a puppet on a string, and the other end of the string is called money. But the book Saying Yes to Wealth leads us to completely reverse this formula. The new model is inside out. Its logic is, first, I must decide what kind of person I want to become. I want to be a joyful, abundant person full of love and creativity. Then, centered around this core of becoming, I do things that make me feel this way, such as devoting myself to a career I love or sharing my talents. Finally, in this process, those external possessions, including money, opportunities, and resources, will be naturally attracted to me as a result of this process. The formula for this new model is become, do, possess. See what a tremendous liberation this is. You no longer have to wait until you achieve fame and fortune to feel happiness. You can choose to be a happy person right now. You don't work just to make money. Instead, you use work to express who you truly are and share the passion of your life. At this point, the role money plays changes completely. It is no longer the lofty master you desperately chase, but becomes a loyal servant that follows behind you. It is not your target, but a byproduct and scorecard of you living authentically and creating value. Here is a golden quote that can completely reshape your view of wealth. Be sure to remember it. You are not earning money, you are exchanging the energy of your life for value with the world, and money is just the energy receipt of this exchange. When you go to work every day, you no longer think, how much money can I make today? Instead, you think, what value can I share today? Who can I help? What can I create? Your focus shifts from taking to giving. When you think this way, your energy state is entirely different. You are open, confident, and full of strength. You are no longer a hungry person waiting to be fed by your boss or clients. Instead, you become an energy source radiating light and warmth. And wealth will inevitably flow to places with higher energy and greater ability to create value. That is the core of this great reversal. It invites us. Stop fixating on the scorecard and feeling anxious. Lift your head and turn your attention back to the game itself. Enjoy the process of creation and live out the abundance and joy that are inherently part of your life. When you truly live in an inside-out way, you will find that the number on that scorecard will give you a huge surprise when you least expect it. We now understand that money is flowing energy and that life should be lived from the inside out. This feels like a person who has been trapped in a dark room for a long time, seeing the sunlight outside the window for the first time, full of hope, yet the door is still locked. That lock is the money traumas and negative beliefs we have accumulated in the past. Now, we are going to learn to unlock this door with our own hands. This process does not require strong willpower, only a little willingness and complete honesty. It is like giving our minds a thorough cleaning, gently sweeping away those old piles of garbage. This cleaning process has 3 steps. The first and most fundamental step is to face and release your money guilt. Many of us have conflicting feelings about money. We desire it yet look down on it and feel uncomfortable when it comes near. This feeling is money guilt, and it hides deep within us. If it's convenient for you now, find a comfortable position to sit, close your eyes, and let's do a simple exercise. Imagine a large pile of money appearing in front of you. It could be a mountain of cash, or a long string of numbers in a bank account. Just look at it quietly, feel it, and then observe how your body reacts at this moment. Is your breathing smooth or rapid? Is your chest relaxed or tight? Are your shoulders unconsciously tensing up? Do not judge, just observe. Our bodies store all our emotional memories, and these uncomfortable feelings are your most authentic emotional record of money. Now, go a step deeper. Try saying to the pile of money in front of you, in your mind, I love you, and I welcome you into my life. When you say this, do any thoughts pop up? Do you hear a voice saying, is this really okay? I don't deserve this, right? Having too much money will bring trouble. See these voices clearly. They are the specific manifestations of your money guilt, the little judge inside you that constantly judges your desire for money. Alright, now comes the most crucial step. Imagine all the uncomfortable physical sensations and negative thoughts in your mind slowly converging into a grey ball of energy. You can look at it and say in your heart, thank you. Thank you for protecting me in this way all these years. I see you and hear you. But now I have grown up, and I choose to live in a new way. I am ready to embrace the joy and abundance that wealth brings, so now I can let you go. After saying this, watch as this grey ball of energy slowly fades into the light and disappears completely. This exercise can be done anytime, and its power lies in seeing and accepting. When you stop fighting against negative feelings and instead look at them gently and thank them, they lose their power. What you are clearing away is the first clump of silt blocking your wealth pipeline. Next is step 2, rewrite your money story. Our beliefs create reality. If the internal story is making money is so hard, the real world will definitely present all kinds of difficulties. So after clearing your emotions, we must completely replace the old version of the story. This is easier to do than you might think. All you need is a pen and paper. First, write down the negative money belief that troubles you the most, such as making money has to be extremely hard. Then, under this belief, act like a detective and look for counter-evidence, all examples that contradict this belief. For instance, a friend of yours does work they love, seems to be just having fun, yet earns much more than you. You once easily got a bonus because of a casual idea there are so many people in the world who create wealth effortlessly through wisdom and creativity. Write down these counterexamples one by one. The more you write, the more the foundation of that old belief shakes. It will change from a truth to a questionable opinion. Once the power of the old belief is weakened, we can move on to step 3. Create a brand new, positive money story. For example, in response to making money has to be extremely hard, your new story could be, I can welcome wealth flowing to me easily and joyfully, or something simpler. My passion is my most powerful wealth code. Write down this new story and place it somewhere you can see it at any time. Read it aloud to yourself with feeling every morning and evening. This is not self-hypnosis. It is neuroplasticity, consciously laying a new neural pathway in your brain. Every repetition strengthens this new path while allowing the old one to gradually grow over with weeds. Over time, your subconscious will accept this new version as the default, and you will have rewritten your background program with your own hands. Finally, we come to step 3, the deepest step. Reconcile with your original family and complete an energetic decluttering, letting go of what no longer serves you. We know that many negative money scripts come from our parents, but healing is not about going back to blame them. That will only trap you in the role of a victim and surrender your power. True reconciliation happens within ourselves. It is a form of energetic separation and return. You can find a quiet moment. Imagine your parents standing in front of you. Look at them and say in your heart, "Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for giving me life. I know that in your era, you did your best. I see all your fears, scarcity, and worries about money. I understand that these are your own life lessons. I love you and respect your experiences. But from today onwards, I choose to return these energies that do not belong to me to you. I return the fear of scarcity to you. I return the guilt of unworthiness to you. I will only take the love and life you gave me to start my own new, abundant life. Please bless me." This process may make you cry. Allow all of this to happen. Every internal dialogue like this is a profound energetic separation. You no longer carry the heavy financial burden of your family as you move forward, freeing yourself. Only when you complete this internal reconciliation do you truly reclaim your right to create wealth. You are no longer a copy of your family's financial fate. You become the source that can open up brand new possibilities. Facing emotions, rewriting stories, returning energies, this healing ritual is like cleaning a room. It needs to be done regularly. But each time you do it, you will feel lighter and more unobstructed, and the internal pipeline leading to wealth will become cleaner and wider as a result. Up to this point, we have spent a long time looking inward and cleaning up. This process is like fertilizing, watering, and weeding the long-neglected land in our hearts. Now, this land has become fertile and soft, ready for us to plant any seeds we desire. In the past, we played the survival game on this land, where the only goal was to stay alive. So we were cautious and calculating. We dared not make mistakes or take risks. Our focus was always on not losing something rather than what I can create. In this game mode, making money is bound to be hard and full of anxiety, because its underlying energy is fear. You are like a soldier on the battlefield, always on edge. Even if you win, you are exhausted. But now, after healing, we need to switch to an entirely new game mode, the creator game. In this game, you are no longer that nervous soldier. Instead, you become an artist, an explorer, a child having endless fun. Your goal is no longer survival, but experience and creation. You do something not because you have to, but because it excites you. In this game mode, making money can be easy, joyful, and even something that happens incidentally, because its underlying energy is no longer fear, but love and passion. So how do you specifically play this creator game? Here are 3 core principles for playing it well. The first principle, and the start button for the game, is to find your passion-driven energy point. First, Ask yourself a few questions. What do you do that makes time fly by, leaving you completely immersed? Which field fills you with natural curiosity, making you willing to learn and research it even if you aren't paid? Do you have any talent that others often praise you for, but you yourself think, it's nothing, really, it's easy? The answers to these questions point directly to your passion-driven energy point. This point is the wealth generator that the universe has embedded in you. It is your core and most powerful source of energy. The biggest mistake we made in the past was completely separating our passions, interests from our work and money-making. We thought, passion is unprofessional and can't put food on the table. We poured the most precious energy of our day into a job we might not even like, just to make ends meet. Then, after work, we'd drag our tired bodies to pick up our hobbies. This is like having a gold mine right at home, but ignoring it, instead traveling far every day to pick up the cinders left by others. In the creator game, the first rule is, where your passion lies, there lies your value and even more so, your wealth. What you truly need to do is not chase those seemingly popular, money-making things outside of yourself, but explore inward to find what makes your eyes light up and your heart race. Then, figure out how to share it and turn it into your career. When you do what you truly love, your energy is full, flowing, and highly contagious. You are not draining yourself, you are igniting yourself. A person who is ignited is a luminous body in themselves, naturally attracting all the people and things that support you, and money is certainly among them. The second principle, change your direction of action, shift from a taking mindset to a giving mindset. In the survival game, our default setting is taking. Every day, we think, how much salary can I get from my boss? How much money can I make from this client? How big a piece of the pie can I get from this market? Our eyes are always looking outward, fixated on what others have and what we can take. This mindset traps you in a constant sense of scarcity, of never having enough. In the creator game, the way to play is completely opposite. You need to switch your default setting to giving. Every morning when you wake up, the questions you should ask yourself are, what unique value can I bring to the world today? Who can my talents and passions help and inspire? How can I make the world a little better because I exist? You see, this shift in focus is earth-shattering. You are no longer a hungry seeker waiting to be fed, but a prosperous giver who takes the initiative to share. You no longer focus on how much you can gain, but on how much you can contribute. Does this sound a bit high-minded? Behind it, however, is the most straightforward law of wealth as an energy of value exchange. Money always flows to where the most value is created. When you stop obsessing over immediate gains and losses, and instead wholeheartedly polish your products, optimize your services, share your wisdom, and truly create value for others, you are essentially widening your wealth river channel. Value is the water in that channel. The more value you create, the more abundant the water in your river becomes. And money is just the golden sand that is bound to be left behind after the water flows. You don't have to deliberately scoop it up. It will naturally be there. So stop chasing the sand. Focus wholeheartedly on drawing water instead. The third principle, and a crucial one that many people easily overlook, is to learn to receive as you would turn on a faucet. This is a very interesting phenomenon. Many of us may do well in giving. We are willing to help others and know how to give, but we face huge obstacles when it comes to receiving. When someone sincerely praises you, is your first reaction, no, I'm not good enough? When someone treats you to a meal or gives you a gift, do you feel uncomfortable and keep thinking about how to pay it back? When a sum of money comes to you easily, do you subconsciously doubt, is this really okay? Is it too easy? This sense of unworthiness and receiving block is the last and most hidden valve on our wealth pipeline. The universe has already connected a large wealth water pipe to your doorstep with full water pressure, but you have tightly shut the faucet in your home, letting only a few drops trickle out. So from now on, make a conscious effort to practice receiving. You can start with the smallest things. When someone praises you, stop refusing or being modest. Look them in the eyes, smile, and sincerely say, "Thank you. I'm happy," fully accepting this beautiful energy. When a friend buys you a cup of coffee, enjoy it with a clear conscience and be grateful for this friendship in your heart. Don't immediately plan how to treat them back next time. That will block the energy again. When money comes to you, no matter how much it is, say to it in your heart, "Thank you. I welcome you. I deserve you." Every time you receive openly and joyfully, you are telling the universe, "I'm ready and I deserve all good things." You are consciously turning on the wealth faucet in your home little by little. The more you turn it on, the more vigorously the living water of wealth will flow. Finding your passion, focusing on giving, and receiving openly, these are the three core principles of the Creator Game. It invites us to stop seeing money-making as a drudgery, but as a joyful party where we dance freely with the world and life itself. At this party, you just need to show yourself fully and shine brightly, and wealth will be the audience cheering for you the loudest. After the previous exploration, healing, and creation, your relationship with money should have undergone a qualitative change by now. But this journey still has an ultimate destination: to finally live in abundance rather than just possess abundance. Let's think about it. Suppose you already have all the money you've dreamed of, then what? Tracing it to the root, you'll find that what we pursue throughout our lives are just a few core life experiences: health, love, freedom, joy, and inner peace. This touches on the core secret of wealth. Money has never been the ultimate goal. It is just a tool to experience and create a better life. So in this final part, we will draw a brand new, holistic abundance map for ourselves. On this map, money is just one section. Next to it is physical wealth. A vibrant body is a prerequisite for enjoying everything. There is also relationship wealth. Those high-quality, soul-nourishing relationships are treasures that no amount of money can buy. Then there is time wealth. Having freely disposable time to do what you want and be with who you want is the highest level of freedom. Finally, there is spiritual wealth. Your wisdom and inner peace are internal assets that no one can take away. Only when these 5 sections are put together is a complete, truly meaningful abundance map. And to keep us living in this state of abundance at all times, there is one ultimate principle. It is like an energy amplifier that makes everything you have shine twice as bright. Those 2 words are gratitude. Gratitude is not just a simple thank you, it is a shift in consciousness, a conscious choice to turn your attention from what you don't have to what you do have. This practice can be very simple. Starting tonight, spend 3 minutes before bed writing down 3 small things you are grateful for today. They could be just the taste of a cup of coffee, a kind smile, or the light your family left on for you. When you start this practice, you will be surprised to find that you have always been surrounded by abundance. You just didn't see it before. When you continuously send the signal to the universe, "I have so much, I am so abundant," the universe, like an echo machine, will only send more people and things worth being grateful for into your life. So our journey started with how to make money and eventually led to a grand state of life. The book Saying Yes to Wealth invites us to bravely open up and say yes to abundance in all dimensions of life. Say yes to a healthy body. Say yes to nourishing relationships. And say without guilt or hesitation to money, this beautiful energy, "Yes, I welcome you and I deserve you." This is the inner to outer abundance that each of us can live out. Thank you all for watching, and we'll meet again with the next book.